Have you ever noticed how your fingers resemble prunes after a long bath? It's a universal human experience, yet the reason behind it remained a mystery for a long time. What makes our fingertips transform into shriveled versions of themselves after prolonged exposure to water? This intriguing phenomenon, though seemingly simple, puzzled scientists for years. Some believed it was simply water absorption causing the skin to swell. However, further research revealed a more complex and fascinating explanation. It turns out that the wrinkling of our fingers and toes in water is not just a random occurrence, but a controlled response by our nervous system. This reaction is triggered by the autonomic nervous system, the same system that controls our heartbeat and breathing. When our fingertips come into contact with water, the blood vessels beneath the skin constrict, causing the surface area of the skin to shrink and wrinkle. The top layer of our skin, the epidermis, is made up of dead cells called keratinocytes. These cells are tough and waterproof, forming a protective barrier against the environment. When submerged in water, these keratinocytes absorb the water, causing them to swell. However, the swelling is not uniform. The deeper layers of the skin, the dermis and hypodermis, contain collagen and elastin fibers. These fibers are arranged in a way that allows for flexibility and stretch. When the keratinocytes swell, they push against these fibers, causing the skin to buckle and wrinkle. The pattern of wrinkles is determined by the arrangement of these fibers, which is why it is unique to each individual. The process is similar to what happens when you soak a dry sponge in water. The sponge absorbs the water and expands, but its structure prevents it from expanding uniformly, resulting in a wrinkled appearance. In the case of our fingers, the wrinkles serve a specific purpose, as we shall see in the next section. Scientists believe that this wrinkling phenomenon might have provided an evolutionary advantage to our ancestors. The leading theory suggests that the wrinkles on wet fingers act like treads on a tire, improving our grip on wet or submerged objects. This would have been particularly useful for our ancestors who relied on gathering food and using tools in wet environments. A 2011 study published in the journal Biology Letters provided evidence to support this theory. Researchers found that people with wrinkled fingers were able to handle wet objects more easily than those with dry, unwrinkled fingers. The wrinkles seem to act as channels, allowing water to be displaced more efficiently, thus increasing friction and improving grip. This adaptation would have been particularly beneficial for tasks such as fishing, gathering shellfish, or using tools in the rain. While we may not rely on these skills for survival in today's world, the wrinkled finger phenomenon remains a fascinating example of our evolutionary past. The wrinkling of fingers and toes in water is a captivating example of how our bodies have adapted to the environment. It is a reminder that even the most mundane aspects of our biology can have fascinating explanations rooted in our evolutionary history. Next time you find your fingers turning pruny in the bath, take a moment to appreciate the intricate workings of your body and the wonders of evolution. Beyond the evolutionary perspective, wrinkled fingers can also provide insights into our health. For instance, excessive or prolonged wrinkling, even without water exposure, can sometimes be a sign of underlying medical conditions affecting the nervous system or blood circulation. So while often harmless, paying attention to changes in our body, even seemingly insignificant ones, can be important for our overall well-being. The next time you hop into the bath or take a dip in the pool, remember the curious case of the wrinkled fingers. It's a small detail, easily overlooked, yet it speaks volumes about our evolutionary journey and the remarkable adaptability of this human body.